nice. Alright, so we'll switch it over. Right, click play. There we go. Or maybe it will, maybe it won't. It says I'm live. There we go. Yep. Working. Hello to all my lovely fans, who seem to consist of Reggie, Scott, and Josh. It's funny. Alright. It was N7 day recently, so I decided I wanted to play Mass Effect 2 again, because that was the one I played the least. I put in a lot of mods, so I don't know how well this will work, if at all. So we'll give it a try. I expect all of you to watch every minute that I play. Otherwise, you're dead to me. PC Master Race for the win, yo. See, look how it's set up on here. And it has a chat box. Alright. Combat difficulty, we'll leave that. Auto level up, absolutely not. Subtitles turned off. Auto save on, sure. I have 3 whole viewers. Bruh. Oh yeah, this is some high quality stuff right here.
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war.
Auto level up would just like level up your character without asking you what you want, so you don't get to pick any of your abilities.
Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council.
You never played this game, Josh?
They'll never accept our
You
help,
have.
even
Totally
after
should.
everything humanity has accomplished.
I think you've told me you haven't played it. I can't remember.
They'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to
It's an option for people that don't want to be bothered to play an RPG game. Readjust this so that you can all see my beautiful face. Spoiler alert, the main hero dies in the first 20 seconds of the game. They did, actually. EA released the entire game and the DLC. I don't think you can buy it as one pack. You have to buy it as the game and then the entire DLC pack on EA. But it's all on there now. It's no longer separated.
Searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with
Slavers. I think it's something more sinister.
Unidentified vessel. Looks
Does it annoy you that I talk
Doesn't imagine you
while
know
I'm
its
playing?
signatures.
Paying attention to me. Yeah.
Cruiser's changing course.
Goes on sale pretty often too.
Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Oh shit, yo.
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
The first one is worth a play for sure. You just have to understand that it's probably a little dated because it came out 2 years before this game. But it's definitely worth a play. All of them are worth a play. And if you play the first one, you can import your save into the second one, so all of your choices come forward. And then you can import your second one into the third game, so that those choices come forward.
Will the Alliance get here in time?
They'll be here.
The Alliance won't abandon us.
That
We
was...
just need to hold on.
You ignored me. It's
Get
fine.
everyone onto the escape shuttle.
Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either.
I gave an order.
Get to the damn shuttle. I'll haul Joker's crippled ass out of here.
Shepard!
Get the hell out of here.
Man, this mod really took it up a notch.
Everybody in! Go, go, go!
Was I supposed to turn on the decision making, or does it do it for me? Oh, whoops, I wasn't paying attention.
Mayday! Mayday! Mayday!
Oh,
SSB Normandy!
I'm on fire. Or Normandy.
Damage from an unknown enemy.
Not going that way.
Come on, baby, hold together. Hold together.
Oh, there's a hole in my ship. It'll buff out. Almost Joker.
Come on, Joker.
Nice.
We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon.
The intro is way more epic than I remember it being.
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack.
I think this might be the end of this ship.
Watch the arm.
Oh, you could say I'm at maximum pleasure. Mods are so good they baked me cookies. God, I forgot how sad this intro was. Like, that's you. That's me. Like, my character that I'm playing. Just suffocated in space. What a great intro. I guess that's the end of the game. Josh has never played the Mass Effect games. Any of them.
They're the best games ever.
I know. They're definitely the best games ever. Josh is like...
You shouldn't watch this. Too many spoilers.
What the heck is this? That wasn't there before.
Just another routine mission.
What's happening right now?
Say that before a mission. Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way.
Oh my god.
The choices you
this
make.
Must have been DLC that came out after we played it.
Turn the routine.
It's like comics that have been inserted into the game by the looks of it.
I would say it's a mod.
I didn't install any content mods.
Stress call. And look where that got me.
I think. I don't know.
We were testing out the Normandy,
Spoiler alert, eh?
new ship when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked.
I mean, you're watching a live stream of the game. There's no bigger spoiler than that.
And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Olenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book.
I'm loving this right
with
now.
A talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams.
I don't think it's a mod. I think it's DLC that came out after I bought the game and played it.
Take on whatever came her way. Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship.
I think?
Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything
Oh,
it as it blasted
I
away.
know what this is. This is if you don't have a previous game. It's bringing me up to speed from the first game. So this is a massive spoiler, because this is the entire first game storyline.
Tried to take it. Chief Williams made the mistake of getting too close.
That's so cool.
With some type of energy. I grabbed her and threw her out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move. Could barely breathe. Everything went black.
So everything we're seeing right now, Josh, is
A vision.
the first game put into comic graphic novel format to catch people up.
By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd
That's
seen.
probably a good idea to mute if you think you might play it one day.
So did Adina, our political
Because this would
representative
definitely
on the
ruin
Citadel.
the first
With
game.
those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat, as was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony
This
at
is so
Eden
cool.
Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Adina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They
But he
needed
was.
proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian,
My
wanted
best
help.
friend.
A top agent for Citadel Security. Despite orders from his superiors,
We're
that
bros
he
for
shouldn't get
life.
involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren, and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them. That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest-looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to
I have
be
3
a
viewers.
energetic little
I bet it
warrior
must be
named
Scott and Reg.
a tech expert with a knack for hacking. She'd procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty. Tally's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and that the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions. But not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat, but they agreed Saren had to be stopped.
This is a super long intro. This is like going into massive detail.
Becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I would need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara, a Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most
She my girlfriend.
daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And
Liara for life.
As beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique.
I believe Danielle is all about Garrus.
Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Ashley was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission.
The mission comes first. I don't know what this means. Ashley was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I'm assuming I'm picking the person. Ashley was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I'm picking Liara, I think.
I told Liara about how I felt. Apparently she'd felt it too.
Ooh, sexy.
Of our mission, finding Saren. Thanks to Liara's help, we had our next lead, Benezia. Saren had taken her to Novaria, where he'd enslaved a dangerous race of insect-like creatures, the Rachni. He ordered Benezia to use the same technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the Rachni Queen. The Queen's drones were everywhere, and they weren't happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone. With the information, I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left.
you own the first game or the second game?
She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before.
I remember this decision. Save the queen, baby.
I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species.
I'm telling you, man. If you're not like actively playing another game right now, you should load up some Mass Effect. You could skip the first one if you wanted to, but it's a pretty goddamn epic game.
I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground.
What's that?
Saren was breeding an army of
You're not talking to me.
He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base, and all its research. Rex disagreed. Violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down.
Save Rex.
Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living.
It's okay, we fuck up its shit later.
It wanted us all dead.
We take it to Pound Town.
Capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split up my team in 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Kaidan with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign.
What was that?
I dropped a pen.
And Saren
I was trying to make it do the bendy effect, but the frame rate is too low on my webcam.
He was still in control. Said he found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad.
Ah, my favorite decision.
Tried,
Should I kill
but I wasn't
the
fast.
space racist
I could only save
or
one.
the super bland character that no one cares about? It is a tough choice, but Ashley is a gigantic space racist. So I'm going to save Kaidan. Fuck Ashley.
Ash was a good friend and a great soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Kaidan. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him. But Liara saw through my words. She knew I was hurting after Ash's death.
It really does like add a whole new layer to this game. I played the first one multiple times, but this comic is really nice.
But why wait? We gave in to each other, and it was perfect. While it lasted.
He means we got it on.
We arrived on Ilos, close behind Saren.
I noticed they didn't draw that.
We discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died, like every species before them. But a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reaper's return.
Oh, you own the second one? I mean, if you already own the second one, you might as well play it, because it does this whole intro for you, which I'm having a blast watching. Seriously, it's so good. It's so detailed. It tells you about everything that happened in the first game.
Waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged. He had caught the Council fleets by surprise, and they were only now regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel. But Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Citadel fleets battled Saren's army outside, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy.
As I recall, I saved the Council.
The Council had to be
Yeah,
saved.
you gotta always save the Council, or else
They
you're a giant
represented the hearts
racist
and minds of
space
the
dick.
galactic community. Without them, the fleets would be in disarray. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated, and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet, the battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first
Surprised
council
Matt's not
for
watching me.
to decide.
Normally he's my #1
On the
fan.
one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician. Ruthless and ambitious, he would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be put in front of
Hey
him.
Reg, are you still here? Or is that you, Matt? You, Scott?
Ian Anderson, the career
This is a
soldier.
second watcher. I want to know who it is.
But a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders. in
Actually,
their
that
own
might be
right.
me, because I have it playing on my phone. So, Alright, both leaders in the alright. Oh, which one did I choose? Anderson, because Udina is also a giant space dick.
Anderson didn't want the job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it. No ambition to get in the way. The war was over. The threat had
Reg
passed.
is messaging me.
In time, the council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired.
Which
and the pain
one?
of lost friends would fade.
4 gig.
None of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned to cleanup duty, rooting out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
PC-106.
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Oh yeah, I forgot how epic this moment is too. God, everything about this game is amazing. Is the DLC worth it? In Mass Effect 2 and 3, the DLC is incredibly worth it. Like, there's entire storylines and stuff that they ended up putting in that were incredible. If you were to only pick one DLC, I would say the Shadow Broker layer DLC. That one is super important. But I would buy them all. They definitely make a difference. All right. Character subject's first name. Mark Shepard. Yeah. Custom mail. Default appearance. I'm not sure if Josh can hear me or not, so I should probably write that in chat. All right. What should I choose for my class? Did you pick Vanguard last time you played? Yeah. I hear playing as like whatever the sniper one is pretty cool. See, I want to be a badass. This one seems pretty cool. It's the one I always pick, though. Shotgun, heavy pistol. Or infiltrator. Heavy pistol, submachine gun. Tactical cloak, incinerate, AI hacking. Between these two. I want to be soldier. Tech armor. No. 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 It's time to go to Google, fellas. Trying to figure out which the best class is.
Vanguard.
Best class. Mass Effect 2. Oh, sweet. A poll. Someone did a poll on this. Sentinel. This isn't helping. Oh look, there's a literal post. Vanguard versus Infiltrator. Okay, Vanguard it is. What's Reggie have to say? Okay. One Vanguard. Orphan raised in the streets. I think the colonist one is the best. Like making his background really dark. Sure, they could hear that. Sweet.
There, on the monitor. Something's wrong.
He's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings. My God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Dang. Coming back to life is a pain.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack. There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor from the locker. You don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip from... Damn it! Those canisters by the door. Keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself.
Cover. Ah.
Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol.
Make sure there's nothing good in here.
Find a thermal clip and get moving.
Okay, nothing there.
Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off.
Ah, okay.
Look out! Keep moving. We need to get you to the shuttles.
Sure there was nothing cool over here.
system not designed for nice work.
Sweet. I'm a badass. Look at all these dead bodies.
Don't waste time. I can't keep the mix distracted for long.
People are getting murdered back there. What's this?
More reinforcement.
Grenade launcher.
From the mix.
Hold.
Use the grenade.
Oh, you fucked now.
Take the elevator down one floor. Hurry! Get to the door. Run!
Forward and push A. Oh.
You're doing great, Shep. Head to the next room and I'll try to meet you. Shepard, read me. I've got them closing in on my position.
hostile forces have engaged. Failure.
No mercy.
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
Why not M and K? Because I'm using a controller, just because it's the classic Mass Effect feel for me. I played it all originally with the controller, so that's kind of what I want to do again. What's this? I can't be good. Let me in. I'll kill it. I was just on his other side.
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for—
Hostiles detected.
Damn it!
I should start doing this with Discord in the background so people can talk to me.
I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle
It'd be easier
first.
than looking at the chat. Just a few questions, please.
I know this isn't the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
2 years.
I'm having some trouble wrapping my head around this.
Yeah, I can imagine. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit him with the good stuff.
Oh, back. Hold right button, access power wheel.
Give the order, and I'll hit him with a biotic power. Okay. I promised I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
Investigate.
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me?
We're just gonna have a conversation in this facility that's going up in flames.
It was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the detail, but I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
What can you tell me about the project?
Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the
Do you know
time.
anything
Damn
about
if
this?
I know.
Skip through this a little bit.
Explosions. Next thing I know, I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant, but I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the
She's also got severe daddy issues, as we'll find out later on.
Life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and
she knows how to take care of herself.
Okay, so I think I got all of these.
I hope she's okay.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive?
Shepard is alive.
Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time.
I just love how I'm playing 20 questions while everything burns down and people die around me. It's just the Shepard way.
Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
Alert.
This room is crawling with mechs.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
Wait, how does that work? How do I use my... Oh, it's Y.
Can't target.
Wilson, find us
Huh,
another
couldn't get it to work.
Preferably one that doesn't lead straight into an enemy squad.
Just keep moving toward the control room. Don't get pinned down. I'll see what I can do.
Okay, see you later, Josh.
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who he was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter his identity in any way, if he's somehow not the man he used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. They're really reinforcing I'm the same person.
Shepard,
down here! Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the wall.
Okay. There we go.
Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now. I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
Alright. Were you listening? I came here to try and fix this because I was shot. I don't trust any of you.
I don't care who set up who. Those mechs are shooting at all of us. We'll sort it out later.
We need to find Miranda first. We can't just leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Either way, we can't help her. Maybe, maybe not.
Then why did you wake me up and warn me about the attack?
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor, but that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few. We can overload the canisters to clear a path for the shuttles.
Oh, not paying attention yet. Okay, I don't know what that's supposed to do.
Careful.
I got something special for you.
Can't get a lock. Aggressive attitude.
The shuttles is through those canisters.
Oh, I killed them all. I was gonna bum rush them. Hold to access your power line and use overload on the crates.
That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down, but this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
Oh, but it is the
Make it
time.
if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
I think I ran into Cerberus a few times.
Well, that's what the Alliance declared you dead. Look, I'd be once we're off the station, I'll
Yeah,
take
yeah,
you to the
yeah.
Elusive Man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Elusive Man.
Yeah, that's not his real name, of
It was
course.
a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
I don't care what they did or what you say. I'm not working with terrorists.
You can tell it to the boss, but after we've saved our butt.
That's right, bitches. I'm the Paragon of Virtue. Oh. How did I unlock Renegade points? Shoot. Okay, so I installed a mod to like get around these minigames. Let's see if it works. Oh yeah. It just did it for me. That's hilarious. In this game, it's not like Paragon versus Renegade, right? You can build both points. Right? Don't want any Renegade points. I'm a good guy.
Sensors activated. Combat.
There we go.
Rerouting power.
What did I miss back here? Something good.
Test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared.
Ooh.
In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
I think once I beat this one, I'm gonna replay Andromeda again, but actually finish it with a fuck ton of mods.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for years. What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
You should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.
If you say so. What's our next step?
We get on the shuttle and go. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the
Very
open,
true.
is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
I do. In fact, I have lots of questions.
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life, Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on. Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda. More tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you were a colony kid. Lost your parents when slavers hit Mindwar. You enlisted and you survived a Thresher Maw attack that wiped out the rest of your team. Do you remember that?
I lost a lot of friends that day. Going through something like that changes you. It can break you, if you let it.
I read the report. 50 Marines died on Akuz. You were the only one who lived. Satisfied, Miranda?
Only
Almost.
one.
Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave her behind?
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Ash gave her life for the rest of the team. Without her, I couldn't have stopped Saren. She died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the Elusive Man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
All right.
The Elusive Man is waiting for you in the other room. The Elusive Man is waiting for you in the other room. The Elusive Man is waiting for you in the other room. The Elusive Man is waiting for you in the
Look
other
at his
room.
neck.
The Elusive Man is waiting
Look at his
for you in
neck
the
right
other
now.
room. The
Here.
Elusive Man is waiting for you
Look
in the
at
other
look at
room.
look at his
The
head when you
Elusive
turn
Man is
around.
waiting for you in the other room. The Elusive Man is waiting for you in the other room.
Customized gear. Oh yeah, look at all these DLC armors I have. That's awesome. This came with all the DLC because I pre-ordered the game. Storm speed, shields, 10. Yeah, I remember this. This was special because Dragon Age had just come out. Power damage by 50, increased shield strength by 10. Ooh. Ten, 10, and 10. Health. Regeneration bonus, storm speed, health. It's some badass armor. I mean, this kind of feels like the best. But lore-wise, it doesn't make any sense because I haven't met the collectors. Also, if this is collector armor, it means I skinned them alive and I used it to turn myself into something fashionable. That's what we're gonna pick, because it looks badass. Should I be a fancy bitch? Oof. Let's go with that. Ooh, yeah. Not that door. I got a text message.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive Man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
Unnecessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
You might be the reason I'm still alive, but that doesn't mean I trust you.
You need to put your personal feelings aside. Humanity is up against the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
You need to earn the right to ask me those kinds of questions.
Cerberus isn't as evil as you believe. You and I are on the same side. We just have different methods.
Cut to the chase. What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. Nobody's paying attention. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
If this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize the Alliance.
They suffered substantial losses fighting Sovereign. They're rebuilding, still stretched too thin to waste resources verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
You could have trained an entire army for what you spent to bring me back.
You're unique, not just in ability or what you've experienced, but in what you represent. You stood for humanity at a key moment. You're more than a soldier. You're a symbol. And I don't know if the Reapers understand fear, but you killed one. They have to respect that.
If this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize the Alliance.
They suffered substantial... Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
If what you say is true, if the Reapers are behind this, I'd consider helping you.
I'd be disappointed if you accepted any of this without seeing for yourself. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one. Jacob's a soldier, one of the best. He's never fully trusted me, but he's always been honest about it. You'll be just fine with them. For now.
Is this a volunteer job, or am I being volunteered?
You always have a choice, Shepard. If you don't find the evidence we're both looking for, we can part ways. But first, go to Freedom's Progress. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
Squad points.
The Elusive Man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
I can't have anyone disobeying my commands when we get there.
I know who I report to. As long as you don't do anything to betray Cerberus, I'll follow your orders.
I never got a chance to say how much I appreciated what the Lazarus Project did for me.
I just hope it was worth it. A lot of people lost their lives on that station.
We have to work together here. Your attitude isn't helping anything.
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
What can you tell me about this colony we're going to?
Freedom's Progress? It's a typical human settlement in the Terminus systems. They had a small military force for protection supplemented by mechs and security drones. Average in almost every way, really. Completely unremarkable. Until the disappearance.
Any thoughts on what we might run into there?
A lot of empty buildings and one giant mystery.
I'd like to know more about the Lazarus
I wasn't
project.
in charge. The elusive man was.
No.
If I was running the show, would have done a few things differently.
You getting attacked?
Thought I was just running for a sweet treasure, but no.
To start, I would have implanted you with some type of control chip. But the elusive man wouldn't allow it. He was afraid it might affect your personality, alter your character somehow. He wouldn't let us do anything that might limit your potential in any way.
Can't say I like the idea of being brought back to life with a control chip in my brain.
The elusive man is taking an incredible risk with you. I just hope his gamble pays off.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Worried about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
I was trying to get to know you as a human being.
I'm not looking for a friend, Shepard. Stay focused on the mission.
Did you and Jacob serve together in the Alliance?
No, the elusive man recognized my potential and recruited me at a young age.
How old were you?
Old enough to know this is what I wanted.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
Oh, but she will be
We
eventually.
can talk about it or we can do it.
She's into me. Yes, I know. I don't want to spend squad points.
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us, Commander.
I just want to find out what happened to those missing people. I still don't trust Cerberus.
Noted. Do you trust me, Commander?
You're a good man, Jacob. But you might be working for the wrong people.
Maybe. But I thought
Maybe.
the same when I was with the Alliance. That's why I'm here now.
Do you know anything about this
It's
company?
called Freedom's Progress. Don't know much
You
else.
said you served in the
5
Alliance.
years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple
I've
of
never
years...
heard of the
It was an
Corsairs.
Alliance. Technically, we were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules. But there was still enough...
Why did you join
I guess I
Cerberus?
thought things would change. Nothing changed. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
That's all for now.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Ugh. Fine. Burns through armor, sets enemies on fire. Definitely one in there. Sweet.
We should be there shortly, Shepard. The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing.
More
Signs of
talking.
attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappeared.
What's that?
We've got no target to go after.
No idea. Probably not.
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
But it gets
We were
recorded
brought
to our
back from the
YouTube
dead
page,
just
so I still have to
second
talk.
guess you, Commander. If the elusive man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything
God, that
new?
armor's badass. I remember when this game came out, that was some of the DLC armor. I wore that armor the entire game because all the other armor was crap.
Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
Our first priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody. Anything's better than another ghost town.
Indeed. Did you just do something terrible in here?
No.
That's weird.
That's really rude. You're recording. Why would you say that?
Oh, no one knows what I'm talking about. It's mean. I'm sorry.
It's men.
All right. Ooh, new weapons. Oh yeah.
Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage, and no signs of battle.
Look at these physics.
Strange. Security systems were disabled at the airport.
Right.
Whoa! What the heck is this thing? They're like a little dog.
Those mechs shouldn't have been hostile. They should have recognized us as human.
Someone reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not alone here.
Firing.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait. Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... you're alive?
Cerberus rebuilt me, Tali. In return, they asked me to investigate these attacks on human colonies.
You'll pardon us for not taking you at your word, Cerberus.
We're well within our rights to investigate attacks on a human colony. I'd like to know what the Quarians are doing here.
Weapons down, Praza. Whatever's going on here, I don't think we need another fight. One of our people was here on pilgrimage. His name was Vitor. We came to find him.
Oof, Fallout 76 has a day one 54 gigabyte patch. Jesus.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Sounds
Make
like
sure
a
to keep in
plan.
radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. See you on the far side. Be careful, Shepard. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of it.
They've seen us.
Oh. You jerk. Whoa. The game froze. Well, that's not good. Well, looks like that'll be the end of the stream for today because my game froze.